In this lesson, we're going to talk about graphs and coordinates. You probably already recognize this as a number line. This number line, of course, goes from -10 all the way to +10. Zero's in the middle, and this is where we count from. So if we were to graph a number, let's say the number 5, we'd start at 0 and count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place a dot there. Now, where I've placed this dot on the number line is the coordinate. So the coordinate of this dot is 5. And remember from the video from the other day, the absolute value of this number is going to be 5 as well. So here we have the absolute value signs on either side of the number, and the absolute value is 5. Now, you've probably seen this type of number line tons of times, but number lines aren't limited to these horizontal lines with numbers written across. This thermometer is actually an example of a number line. We have numbers on both the right and the left-hand side, and we have positive numbers, and we also have negative numbers. So this is an application where you'd actually see a number line. Even when you go buy shoes, when you get your foot size, they're basically using a number line to measure your foot so they can get an approximate size of what shoe they need to get for you. So number lines are actually everywhere. Just get back to absolute value for a moment. Let's say you're stuck on a cliff. You have two options. Either you can go up or you could go down. Fortunately, there's a ladder on the cliff with you. Don't ask me how I got there, it's just there. We're going to mark your position at 0 feet. Going up the cliff is exactly 20 feet. 20 positive feet because we're going up. Strangely enough, going down the cliff is exactly 20 feet, but this time it's going to be negative feet instead of positive. Now, strangely enough, your ladder is exactly 20 feet. Now, this is the absolute value, 20, and it doesn't matter if you want to go up the cliff 20 feet or down the cliff 20 feet. It's going to work either way, because the absolute value of positive 20 is 20, and the absolute value of negative 20 is 20. So this ladder is going to work in either direction. If I wanted to create a number line to signify the height of the cliff, I would have 0 in the middle, 20 at the top, negative 20 at the bottom. Looks a little bit like our thermometer. And then I just do the markings, probably a halfway point here, 10, 10. These are negative down here, negative 10, negative 5, negative 10. Positive 5 here, positive 15, negative 15. So here will be a number line for our problem here. Things to remember. Number lines are everywhere. And a coordinate is the location on a graph. And be aware that number lines are nothing but graphs, a form of a graph.